I'm Sylvia from Kitchen Creations, and on today's episode I am making one of my favorite dish, Colorado Burrito. This Colorado Burrito is full of flavor. Here are my ingredients: chuck roast, Casavel chilies, black pepper, Maggi, chopped garlic, oregano, onion, and salt. Without further ado, let's jump right into it. First, we're going to start with our chilies, and we're just going to take all the seeds out. Just make sure you remove all the seeds from the pods because we don't need them for this recipe. And it really doesn't matter how you remove the seeds as long as you remove them. I'm just about done removing all the seeds from these pods. After removing all the seeds from the chili pods, we'll go ahead and move over to the stove. Now we're going to start by boiling our chilies by pouring about 2 cups of water. And we're going to boil this until they are soft. While our chili pods are boiling, we're going to slice our onion. After slicing our onion, go ahead and set them aside. Next, we're going to start preparing our chuck roast by slicing them into small bite pieces. And guys, this is how small I'm cutting the chuck roast. So just little bite size. After chopping the chuck roast, this is how it's looking. This is the perfect size we want. So now we're going to place them in a bowl before we start seasoning them. Now we are going to season the meat. Add your chopped garlic and your salt. After preparing the meat, let's check on our chilies. So after 20 minutes of boiling these chilies, it looks like they are nice and soft. So go ahead and remove them and place them into your blender. Before we start blending, we're going to add about a cup of water to this. Now start blending. After blending it, we're going to strain it to get it as smooth as possible. Pour it right in here. So just pass this through the strainer. And what I like to do is add about an extra cup of water to the blender, so I can use it to help it go through the strainer. After straining this through the strainer, we're just gonna set this aside and get started with the meat. To your medium hot pan, go ahead and add your oil. Go ahead and add your meat to the pan. And guys, after adding your meat to the pan, leave it alone. Okay guys, so our meat had come to a boil. This is exactly what we're looking for. So it's gonna get nice and tender before we start frying it. It's starting to fry, and we're just gonna give this a good mix. So we're going to keep doing this process until they are nice and brown. After 5 minutes, go ahead and give this another mix. Hey guys, this smells so good and it's not even ready yet. Okay guys, after our meat has had a good sear, now we are going to add our onion. And I'm going to add a cup of water to it so we can rehydrate the meat to get all the coating that's at the bottom of the pan. and the heat is still on medium. We're going to add our pepper and our chicken bouillon. Guys, after you add your chicken bouillon to this, make sure you break it up really good and mix it in with the rest of the meat. And since I want this meat to be super tender, I am going to add another cup of water to this. Now take your oregano, crush it in your hand. Since these are Mexican oregano, they are a lot bigger, so we just want to crush them in our hands before we add them to this pot. Let this simmer for about 5 minutes before we add our chili to it. So after 15 minutes, I know I had said to check this in 5 minutes, but I am checking it in 15 minutes because I want this nice and tender. So now add your chili. After adding your chili to this, we're going to let this come to a simmer. And guys, I kid you not, this smells amazing and it tastes amazing. Go ahead and turn your heat down to low and let it simmer. So after 15 minutes, it is nice and thick and the meat is super tender. So now we are going to assemble our burrito. Now to make our Colorado burrito, take your tortilla, add some meat in the middle, some cheese in the inside, and we're just going to roll this. And we'll do the same for this tortilla. Add your meat. And I'm using Mexican blend cheese, but you're welcome to use whatever cheese you would like. Take some of the Colorado sauce and pour it right on top. Take some more cheese. Okay guys, after adding your cheese to the burrito, go ahead and stick it in the oven for about 20 seconds under boil. Okay guys, my Colorado burrito is ready. Now it's time for the taste test. Look how amazing this looks. The meat is so tender, it's cheesy, it's full of flavor. You guys need to try this recipe. Okay, here you go. Here's the first bite. Oh my gosh. This is so good. If you made it this far, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys later.